The Witch's Boy by Michael Gruber. Witch. Once upon a time, in a faraway country, there was a woman who lived by herself in the middle of a great forest. She had a little cottage and kept a garden and a large gray cat. In appearance, she was neither fair nor ugly, neither young nor old, and she dressed herself modestly in the colors of stones. None of the folk who lived nearby, not the oldest of them, could tell how long she had dwelt in that place. One spring morning, the woman set off to collect some plants she needed. As she glided silently along, she studied the list she had made, for she tended to be absent-minded about small things. She passed the old oak tree, lightning-killed and half-hollow, where the local people were accustomed to leave things for her, and there she heard an odd little cry. She stopped, she looked, and saw that in the hollow was a wicker basket. Had they left me a piglet, she wondered? But when she came closer, the basket shook, and she heard the unmistakable cry of a new baby. There was a note in a crude hand tied to the handle of the basket, which read, "The Devil's Child, for the Devil's Wife." "Well, well," she said to herself, "let us see what some rude person has left." She opened the basket and looked in. "Oh, my," she said, as she beheld the ugliest baby boy she had ever seen. He had a piggish snout and close-set eyes of a peculiar yellowish color. His mouth, wide and floppy, was already full of square little grinders. He was covered in coarse, dark hair resembling the bristles of a hog, and his ears were huge and pointed like a bat. His body was also oddly shaped like a sack of stones, and his feet were far too large. Of all his features, his hands alone might be called good, their long, delicate fingers flexing as the stubby arms waved. He seemed healthy enough, and as the woman reached down and touched his cheek, he gave a and rooted with his mouth first. "Hungry, are you?" she asked. "Don't you know that witches are supposed to eat babies, not feed them?" The ugly baby gurgled and pushed harder against her hand. His yellow eyes looked hungrily into her gray ones. She felt a magic older than even her own, and it startled her. "What am I thinking of?" she said. "How can I keep a baby? I have never been sentimental before." She addressed the baby. "You will make a meal for the gray wolf. This is your faith." She moved her hand away and turned to go, but the little thing, feeling the withdrawal of the woman's warm presence, began to whimper again. In an instant, almost without thought, she had drawn the baby into her arms and pressed him to her bosom. The baby gurgled and stared with mindless intensity into her eyes. "Ah, well," she sighed. "It seems we are stuck together, little lump. I have no idea how we should get on, or what will become of you. I have never heard of a woman of my sisterhood rearing a child before. But lately the world is full of new and disturbing things, and perhaps this is one of them, dropped into my very lap. Perhaps we shall both learn something from it."